Good afternoon, everybody. Bro Ed the Red coming to you here once again from Louisville, Kentucky. I have a lot to tell you guys today, and honestly, none of it, well, most of it, is really not particularly good. Very little is going to be pleasant to hear, and some of it a lot of it actually might sound kind of scary, but there's really no reason to be scared. I'm going to explain to you at the end of this video why you have no reason to be scared. So don't panic, okay? Daddy got your back. Now, so that everyone is aware of what's really going on in this country and throughout the world, I'm going to let you know if you haven't been made aware just yet. Okay, now, U.S. bond yields now at 2.21%. After 10 years, you get 2.21% interest on a U.S. Treasury bond. That's not a whole lot of money. I can remember when you got 100% back. $429 million have been pulled out of Bloomberg as by its traders. Anybody wondering why? I do. Wonder what they're doing with their money. Are they just sitting on it, waiting for something that they're expecting really bad to happen? Possibly. That's the biggest withdrawal from Bloomberg since December of last year. Now, Deutsche Bank has said that they are going to come out and, well, actually, I'm sorry about that. It wasn't Deutsche Bank that said that. It was Bloomberg has said that they are going to fire 18,000 people within the next 3 years, and they've already started as I speak. Home sales decline 1.5% monthly and have been declining by 1.5% monthly for 16 months in a row. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. You know, this is what's going on, but we're being told that the American economy is just booming. It's booming, all right. It's booming into a really big bomb. It's booming. Oh, yeah. Let's continue. People can't afford to buy a house, car. They're defaulting on credit cards, working multiple jobs just to make ends meet. But don't worry, the economy is booming. It's booming. Right, it's booming. Retailer Gymboree files bankrupt twice in 2 years, but the economy is booming. Don't worry about nothing. Yeah. And it's liquidating all its remaining 900 stores, but the economy is booming. Everybody's just, everything's just peaches and cream, rainbows and ponies. Dollar Tree Family Dollar, which is the company I work for, is closing 390 stores this year alone. Maybe more, we don't know. That's just the ones that they're telling us about so far. Look at all these poor people that are going to be out of jobs during a booming economy. It's just booming. Zales Jewelers to close 150 of their stores in 2020 in a booming economy. Payless will be closing all of its stores, 2,300 in total. Uber reports $1 billion loss in the first quarter of this year, but guess what? The economy is booming. As I speak, record credit card payments are in default, happening right now. 7 million delinquent on auto payments, but guess what? The economy is in wonderful condition. It's being regurgitated. We are already in a recession when I get down to the truth of it. Soon to become a huge depression, worse than the one of the 1930s, projected to last possibly at least a good 30 years. But guess what? The economy is doing wonderful. DHS just released another 5,000 unchecked, unvetted immigrants to go anywhere in the country they want to go. Those people are only exasperating an already unhealthy economy. Yeah, I said unhealthy, even though, Trump is saying that it's just booming all over the place. Yeah, it's booming, all right. One share of Deutsche Bank stock has declined to $6.91 at an all-time low. How low must it go, I wonder, for them to go under completely? Sounds like they might be pretty close to doing that now. Sitting on 50 trillion in derivatives, if they go down, that could be compared to Lehman Brothers times 1,000. Devastating economic effects of nuclear proportion across the world. Banks everywhere, including the United States, will be affected profoundly. But guess what? The economy is booming. Nobody told you. It's booming. Oh, it's just skyrocketing through the roof. It's going through the roof all right. I've even noticed it here in Louisville, Kentucky, how our economy is just booming. Public transit has included, and this has been going on for quite a few months, Saturday in the Sunday holiday schedule, which almost no buses run on Sunday holiday schedule. But for whatever the reason, they're continuing to hire drivers after cutting mass amounts of routes. None of this is making any sense. Just does not add up. But the economy is just booming. Retail shoplifting, honey, let me tell you, Daddy knows, because I work in retail. It is at an all-time high. I see it all the time at Family Dollar. Our economy, allegedly booming, I'm going to tell you what kind of condition it's really in. It is in critical condition. It has a ventilator in its mouth and IVs in both of its arms. Maybe, I'm starting to wonder, maybe it's not really such a bad idea to start buying some silver. So, you know what? That's what Daddy did today. I bought some silver. Won't have it for 3 to 5 days, that's okay. But I want to share with you guys something that I did a few months ago. Because I have a theory. I could be wrong, but I have a theory. When this all comes crashing down completely, and it can't be denied by anybody anymore, if silver and gold are projected to fly through the roof in price and value, then something tells me that copper might go way up as well. A few months ago, I got to thinking, because I couldn't afford to buy any silver at that point, but I was able to afford to buy some today. I bought $50 worth of these beautiful copper rounds. They are gorgeous. That's the front side. That's the back side. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but I hope you can. They're beautiful coins. Remind me much of myself. Just kidding. Anyway, also, of course, this is my own personal theory, but it makes sense. Tell me what you think. I think it makes sense. I don't know if you can see this very well or not, but this is called a tiger's eye. I think that is just absolutely very masculine, very elegant. I like it. I'm not 100% sure if this is fire opal or cloudy quartz. I believe that's fire opal. Yeah, that's what that is right there. I hope you can see that. I'm not sure exactly what type of stone this one is. I just really like green, so it's a semi-precious stone of some point. some type, excuse me. And, there are many semi-precious stones. They're not really worth that much right now, because they're semi-precious. But some of them, if you get the right ones, you can get semi-precious stones that are gem quality, are quite valuable. Even stones like these, however, have value. They may not have that much, but they have value. You know why? Because they're pretty. This one, for example, that tiger's eye, and then you got things like Mexican fire agate. I'm talking, there are some really gorgeous semi-precious stones out there. Rose quartz, amethyst, all kinds of really neat stuff. Garnet. And people buy them, people wear them. Why? Because they're pretty. Women like them because they're pretty. Men like them on women, if you're straight, because they're pretty on a pretty woman and make an ugly woman look a little bit better. And then you got, ugly men who can be made to look a little bit better by wearing something nice and elegant like this. And then, of course, you got attractive men that look a little bit more attractive with something like that on their, hanging off their neck, what have you, or maybe on their finger, in their ears, what have you. But people are still going to want things that are pretty, if you're a woman. If a man, you're going to want something that looks nice and masculine and elegant to wear on yourself. And even in a, really a shit hit the fan scenario. So, things like this, honestly, I really do believe are also going to increase in value. I really believe that they are. Not only will gold and silver, but semi-precious stones will increase in value. I believe copper will also. So, my suggestion is, since these things are so inexpensive, the copper and the semi-precious stones especially, I would definitely suggest stocking up on those. They're easy to get. They're a lot cheaper at Wish.com. If you can download Wish.com app, do it. I suggest it, because the stones and necklaces and what have you, they're really cheap at Wish. You can get them for like $1 now. The copper coins I got from Silver.com, and I bought 10 Silver Eagles from Silver.com today. So, that being said, allow for yourself a little financial insurance. Not just, the prepping. This is part of prepping. It really is. If it's really going to get as bad as it's projected, this really does need to be a part of your prepping. And if you have to start out with semi-precious stones and copper coins, that's perfectly okay. At least you got something to work with, in the beginning. And then as you are able to, build your financial assets up a little bit, even if you can only do like maybe 1, 2, or 5 coins of silver a month, that's what, about $100? Less than $100, I think. Maybe a little bit over. But, that's not that much. Most people can afford to get at least 1 or 2 coins a month. I've been putting some money away, because I've got plans, things I need to do. Hoping I'm going to be able to get those plans into existence before it's too late. But I just felt like there was a sense of urgency at this point today about getting these silver and more copper coins. I just felt like I needed to do it for my own financial peace of mind. Because if silver does go up to like $1,800 an ounce, then gold goes up to like $300 or $400. I'm going to be sitting on, if I keep doing this on a semi-regular basis, I'll be sitting on some money, honey. Just saying. Everybody need money. And this stuff, I just love it. I'm going to tell you why. Because, listen to this. It speaks to me. It sings to Daddy. So, at any rate, let it speak and sing to you. Let God speak and sing to you. Let Him tell you what to do. I'm not 100% sure, but my gut was telling me I needed silver. And when my gut talks to me, I can't help but feel that's the leading of the Holy Spirit telling me it's a good idea to do this. So, I did it. And if I can afford to, I'm going to keep doing it on a monthly basis. Maybe not as many as 10 coins a month. I don't know. If I can afford it, I'll do 10 coins a month. If not, then I'll go 5. Whatever. But if I can afford. At any rate, have some insurance and some peace of mind with your prepping. Of course, put your trust and your faith in God. Don't put it in coins or semi-precious stones or, anything tangible. Put it in the intangible. God, eternal life in heaven. Those are where our trust and our faith needs to be first and foremost all the time. But in the mundane, these are not a bad idea, things to have. Now, that being said, we do need to make sure that we have at all times as much of everything that we need on a daily basis right now in a large quantity, so that when these kinds of things do come down, we have what we need. It's enough to last for X amount of, 6 months, maybe a year if at all possible. That's what DHS is saying that we need to have. At least 6 months, but they're actually suggesting a year if at all possible. Why? Because they know something's coming. We don't know exactly what with reference to everything, but we do know we're headed for a financial meltdown. We do know we're headed for food shortages and much higher food prices. We know that. That's enough for me, okay? That's enough for Daddy. I hope it's enough for you, because it should be, at any rate. Water, non-perishable food, body and oral hygiene supplies. Don't want to have no stinky breath or stinky behind in the apocalypse. If you ain't got no stinky breath and stinky behind now, you don't want to have it then. I'm saying, don't want no stinky breath and stinky behind. Don't want nobody calling you Mr. or Miss Stinky Pants. At any rate, also need to be having first aid, weapons. Definitely need weapons. You know what to do with them. Keep at least one on hand and close by. You know what to do with the rest of them. Again, first and foremost, be in the Word, be in prayer, be with God through Christ, because Christ is the only way to God. Whether you realize it or not, He is. Sorry, that's the way it goes. Now, till next time, this is your I'm not necessarily wonderful, I shouldn't say that. You guys are wonderful. I'm just doing what I feel like God's telling me to do. Maybe a little bit off the cuff, but, I'm just being me. I'm just being me. Being real, just being me. Till next time, love you guys. I hope you've been informed. I hope you got something out of this. I hope that you've enjoyed listening to me. Tell me what you think about what I've said. I really enjoy hearing from you guys, especially let me know what you think with reference to the copper and the semi-precious stones. Till next time, love you guys. Bro Ed the Red, signing out. Oh, and be in peace and be prepared. Now, signing out.